Now, your local weather with the KX Storm Team.
It's 5:16 on your Wednesday morning. We do know it's Wednesday. I've been thinking it was Thursday for the last 2 days. But it's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday, and it's pea soup out there, Robert.
That's right.
It's tough to see.
Yes, I have independently confirmed it is Wednesday through our third-party sources.
I'm glad.
And
triple sourced it?
Yes.
Okay.
In some locations, it is very foggy. In other locations, which you'll see here in a second, there's no fog at all. They're saying, what are these people talking about here on my television screen? So we'll get into that in just a minute. There's one of the locations dealing with the fog. It's in the Bismarck area. You can see kind of the street lights. I would call that half-mile visibility. So it is definitely thick out there in the Bismarck area where you are waking up or heading out this morning to a temperature of 20 degrees. Winds are light out of the north-northwest at 3, which is kind of allowing that fog to develop over the past 12 hours or so. If it was windier, kind of blow that fog out of the area. But here's Dickinson. You can see the street lights. It's very nice and calm, tranquil this morning, where you are waking up to a temperature of 24 degrees, southwesterly winds at 3 miles an hour. Because of that fog, we have that dense fog advisory for about 90% of the KX area, the lone exception being our friends to the far southwest here, and that does include Dickinson. They have escaped the worst of the fog, but everybody else, visibilities can be a half mile or a quarter mile or less until about 11 a.m. That's when the Weather Service believes the fog should start to dissipate. You can see here from our visibilities, many locations under a half mile. Not as bad in the Magic City where you have 8-mile visibility, 1.3 miles in Rugby, 0.8 of a mile in Harvey. But again, back across the southwest, not too bad on this Wednesday morning. Here's a look at temperatures. We'll zoom it in for a closer look at your neighborhood. And the thing to take note here is these temperatures are all below freezing, so where it is foggy, that fog is freezing on surfaces, so quite a bit of hoarfrost out there this morning, and it will create slick spots on sidewalks and other surfaces. So just because your car might be good in the snow, when you go to turn, it may slide a little bit there with those slick roads. Winds are out of the north and northwest this morning, very light and variable, between 2 and 4 miles an hour. Satellite radar picture, some high clouds throughout the area. We will have thinning clouds back across the west today, but I think everybody else should remain mostly cloudy once that fog begins to dissipate. Our next chance for some snowfall will come tomorrow. That will come with a fast-moving warm front, actually. You can see here sliding across through the area, touching off pretty much a pretty large area of what looks like light snow right now. Don't think too much in terms of accumulations. This will be a pretty weak system that will slide through, touching off some light snow. I think an inch of snow will be the high end of the spectrum there. In terms of the fog, you'll see it'll slowly dissipate as we go through the morning hours. But unfortunately, as we go through the evening hours tonight, that fog will blossom back up. So it looks like another foggy night tonight and into tomorrow. 30 degrees in the capital city today. Some fog this morning, then turning out cloudy by this afternoon with those light winds. About the same thing in the Magic City. You'll get to 27 today with overcast skies after that fog dissipates. Here's your 3-day forecast for the Williston area. They've got that fog and then that snow tomorrow, and then partly sunny skies, warmer temperatures. You can see here for both Dickinson and Williston, 42 by Friday in the Dickinson area. And here's the extended forecast for the Bismarck area. Not too bad. A little bit of snow tomorrow. Don't think it will amount to much. And then the rest of the extended period looks great. Look at Saturday, 46. And guys, as I show you the Minot extended forecast here, for some folks in the Southwest, this Saturday and maybe even Sunday, they could flirt with 60 degrees.
What?
Down toward Bowman County, yes.
This is mind-blowing.
It is.
Is that allowed?
I mean, I don't remember ever having a 60-degree or almost
I remember
60-degree January.
I think it was like 2012 or 13 or 14. I remember 60 in January. I was shocked.
Colder by next
never
week,
forget.
though, so I'll throw some cold water on that excitement right now.
Okay,
Thanks.
sorry.
Bear of bad news.
Robert, bad news.
That's right. When we return this morning on Good Day Dakota.
We'll break down the capital city's newly released reports on the progress that it's making toward reducing the flood threat for